So I feel the need to clarify something, and it just occurred to me, so that's why I'm making this video. As we're in the midst of these elections, I have been posting a lot about the scandals that Hillary and the other Clintons and part of their administration have all been a part of, and the revelations that are now encompassing the planet and exposing all of the deeds that have been done, the crimes really, because that's what it is, the crimes against humanity, whether it be in the financial sector, the government, the health organizations. Okay, it really has infiltrated. The amount of corruption is mind-blowing, okay? And most people, most humans are only now sort of starting to get an inkling of how deep this corruption really goes. And even right now, even as far as much as they think they know, they really don't know. I don't even know as deep as the corruption goes. But nothing would surprise me because I've been awake for a really long time, and I've been researching and looking, into things deeper for quite a few years now. So, I mean, I don't think it could get much more shocking to me personally than some of the satanic rituals and the sacrificing of animals and the sacrificing of children and the sex rituals. And so no, nothing would shock me, but I sort of knew this all my life though. I knew that this, even before I was consciously awake, I knew that this place was fucked up, and I knew, I was just allergic to it personally. And I had, because when you're a higher dimensional being and you came here from higher dimensions, you carry, although you have to forget much of that consciously in order to come in here and complete your mission, but you do retain and remember a lot of those memories inside of how it was. And so I knew this place was fucked up from the time I was very small, and it's been a point of contention with me and my family forever because simple things like racist comments made in ignorance by people who grew up hearing that as well. But they used to just cut through me like a knife, even as a child. I took it very hard and very personally. And they would always, say, you're so sensitive, and that's just the way things are. But I knew that is not the way things are, because that's not the way things are from where I'm from. Does that make sense? So, no, I took it really hard, and I couldn't believe that people I was related to would see other people for something so silly or so whatever, so temporary as a color of skin, right? Because I have something stuck in my teeth, that's why I keep doing that, sorry. So, and then just lots of things, just none of it made sense to me. I actually tried to kill myself or destroy my physical body when I was 2 years old. And that's a story for probably another video, but my mom told me about it and said it was a miracle that I lived and everything. Well, it wasn't a miracle. I have divine protection. But yes, I did try to not kill myself like people say here. It's just I tried to go to the other side. I tried to leave and go to the other side of the veil. I think the shock of being separated from the higher realms and from the love and the peace just was such a shock to me, and I think that intuitively I knew how hard it was going to be to live here, and I just didn't want to be here. So But I will make a video about that. And I want to get back on track to say that I don't make videos about the elections because I give a rip about politics, or because, I don't give a shit about any of that. All of that is temporary, okay? That's within a temporary earth plane that's having a temporary experience in duality. That it doesn't exist, okay, in the higher dimensions. It's just like a game, basically. The only reason I'm keeping my finger on the pulse of the political scene right now is because I am posting signs that point to ascension, signs that point to the breakdown of this corruption, signs, dominoes that have to fall before this can happen, before this can happen, before this can happen, things that my soul sees and goes, yep, there it is, that's another sign, okay? So, and I make these decisions very quickly because my intuition is razor sharp, my vibration is very high, I've been taking care of my vibration, I've been doing the inner work, I've been keeping my vibration clean so that I can recognize truth when I see it. And I put pieces together very quickly, and pieces that seem unrelated on the surface. But my soul knows where to point me, so I'll go here, and then here, and then here, and then boom, 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 and all of a sudden, there's something else that ties all of it in. So as a, what is the word? As a confirmation. So that is why I do it. That's the only reason why I do it. I don't like discussing politics. I have no respect for that structure. It is a structure that I did not come from in my last incarnation. And so, yeah, it's a lower dimensional structure is what I'm trying to say, and that is why it's going away. Because Gaia, and here we get to the point of my video right now. Gaia is ascending. Gaia is the soul of Earth, and she has chosen to ascend. She is her own entity, and therefore she has her own free will, her own consciousness. So for eons of time, Earth, or Gaia, has been under a lot of strain, a lot of abuse, a lot of misuse from humans. And, she's such a beautiful being. She's such a beautiful being. Her potential is amazing. But she has been at the hands of a lot of, bad people, for lack of a better term, evil people. So Gaia has chosen to ascend to the 5th dimension. She has been granted that request, and she is steadily making her way there. There is already an ethereal Earth version of her in the 5th dimension. She already has what is her light body, okay? And we, the people who are ascending with her, are also transfiguring or transforming into our light body with our DNA upgrades and other changes that are happening. So we all have an ethereal body, and when this shift happens, we will just transfer completely into the ethereal body, which has a lot of different features and doesn't, have to abide by the same laws of the 3rd dimension. Okay, so a lot more features, a crystalline structure versus a carbon-based structure, which is what we are now. So I don't want this video to go too long, so I really want you to watch till the end. But what I want to say is that people like me, okay, I don't know, yes, I'm a starseed, but also I'm part of a very, very small percentage of people. I don't know if you've heard of the 144,000. I don't know if you've heard of the Planetary Ascension team. But I am here, I've come to awaken in my consciousness and realize that my mission is for Gaia, okay? So yes, I'm here for humanity as well, but I came for Gaia because I love this planet, and I want her to be able to ascend. So those of us who chose to come here on this mission, we firstly came for Gaia because it is her time now, and she's been granted her ascension, and we are here to ensure that it is going to happen. And how do we do that? By anchoring the light that we hold within our soul, bringing it through the physical body and transmuting it into her planetary body, thus helping her raise her frequency. At the same time, raising the consciousness of humanity as a whole, so that we can bust through that threshold of the third dimension, which we've already been in the fourth for a while now, and bust through that threshold of the fourth dimension to the fifth, so that she can be granted her ascension to the fifth dimension. So that is like, honey, don't do that. Sorry, it's my dog. Honey, come here. Don't go around. I don't want her to knock over the camera. So so my heart bleeds for Gaia. I just want to say that. I feel so much of the things that have been done to her within my physical body. I have had times of utterly crying and in such pain that I'm just crying to leave. And I've done this several times in my life, not knowing what was happening. But now that I know that I feel Gaia, almost like a physical embodiment. And that may sound a little crazy to you, but I know there's other people who feel the same. When I saw a tree get cut down in my front yard one day, of a house that I was renting, and I came home, I was screaming in the streets at these people, and I was literally on my knees just crying for this tree. And there are those of us who feel the same, because we know that we are one with nature, we are one with animals, we are one with Gaia. And when we see these things happening needlessly, this is like an aesthetic thing. They're just doing this for aesthetics. It's very painful. So I'm here for Gaia. Those of us who came on this mission, we are here for Gaia. Now, if a certain portion of humanity wants to come along, whoever wants to ascend, that's an individual ascension as well. But we are carrying out a planetary ascension, okay? So it's a much bigger thing, and there will be individual ascensions too, but we're here more for Gaia. So that is why I post these things, and that is why I am always cheering for Gaia and revelations and truth to come forth, and things that are going to raise her frequency even more, so she can be granted the liberation and the ascension that she so deserves. Okay? Alright. Thank you for listening. Aloha.